Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I hope all is well with you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you are returning, thank you. Your support of the channel, Geminis, is very overwhelming, and I appreciate every single one of you for positively engaging with the channel, reaching out to me for personal readings. It still overwhelms me, the amount of engagement I get with this channel and how it's changed my life and positively impacted me. And reading for you collectively or on a one-on-one setting is an absolute honor. So thank you. Anything with regards to like announcements and things like that, I'm going to put in the description. But I do want to thank everyone who has donated to my mom's run that she's doing in August for cancer. Thank you so much, Angel Gang. You really know how to show up and show out. I want to thank everyone who has reached out to me for a personal reading. Like I said, absolute honor reading for you guys. That's funny. Absolute honor reading for you guys. And for those that have already ordered frankincense, thank you so much. I am going to start taking pre-orders because I only have about 6 or 7 jars left. They went really, really fast. And I do sell like a little kit with a box and a burner and charcoals and all that. It looks really pretty. So yeah, if you do want frankincense, I am pre-ordering. So you can email me at smudgealotorders@gmail.com. Like I said, everything's in the description, but thank you to everyone who's already ordered. I just shipped out a few today, or yesterday and today. So you guys, for those that have ordered it, you will receive it shortly. So excited. Take a picture on Instagram or something so I can like add it or something. I'm not very engaged on social media platforms, but I'm trying. I've been just trying. Other than that, for those that timestamp, thank you so much. Please continue to do so prior to the prayer. And I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of this, guys. It's the codependency I am really working on. I don't need it to tap into the divine, but I do use it as a crutch. It does help me clear my monkey brain and allow me to tap in. But like I said, it's a crutch, guys. So it's not the nature of this. Feel free to smoke with me if not. Not to worry. Okay. We're going to get into prayer. All right, guys. And if you hear noise, guys, that's just my dog Thora in the background, okay? All right. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, thank you for connecting me with the collective of Gemini. Please allow me to communicate to them the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, for all your healing, protective energy, support, love, and guidance. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. Amen. All right, Geminis, I am using a brand new deck. It's the Venetian Tarot by Eugene Vininsky. You guys may be familiar. I do use his Kabbalah Tarot deck. Absolutely gorgeous. Limited editions. I think he only makes 500 of each deck. And I got me my mini Venetian deck, which I'll use for your main card, and then the Everyday Tarot to clarify. And we'll use Oracle decks if you have time as well, okay? All right, Geminis, and of course, happy birthday. I hope you guys are faring well. I read for a collective going through ascension and metamorphosis, ego transformations, things like that. So, I hope you guys are really enjoying, your birthday season and take some time to enjoy and rest after all the purging that you've done. After all the spiritual warfare you've been involved in, definitely take some time in this beautiful going into the summer equinox to enjoy. All right, guys, really. Overall energy is the Two of Pentacles. It's funny. You okay, Thora? Cough it up. The Two of Pentacles, some of my Geminis are in indecision, might be juggling multiple things, social life and work, business and personal, maybe juggling ideas, passions, jobs. Some of you might have 2 job offers on the table and are juggling which one's best for you. If that's the case, you really need to tap into which opportunity most aligns with your new infrastructure you'd like to implement into your life. Not the old one, meaning what the job opportunity everybody would expect you to do or would be in, something exterior of influence. Really juggling which opportunity is best in your life path, right? It can be juggling 2 people, which person best reflects where you're looking to go in your life. But yeah, either way, juggling of something, guys. Let's see though further. First card out is the Hermit. Whatever you are juggling, you are looking really deep inside yourself to try to figure out what the best option is, what that Ace of Pentacles looks like. So if you're juggling 2, what's the one that you want to take and invest in and grow with the expectation or the hopes that you will achieve the 10 of Pentacles, right? And that's getting, maybe some of my Geminis are I'm feeling this is more energies that you're coming out of, right? This hermit mode, where you were doing the purging, where you were doing the spiritual warfare, where you were looking inside and kind of, tearing down old infrastructures to build new, right? This is where you were doing it. Call it the dark night of the soul if you want, whatever. But it was quite transformative, this go. Second card out is the 7 of Pentacles, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the 7 of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles. Where you want to invest, where you want to put your effort. Some of you might be juggling investment opportunities and or even maybe properties, juggling between 2 homes, your forever home, where you're going to invest your money. You've put in a lot of effort to gain the amount of abundance that you have, and each barrel is marked very specifically, meaning it has a purpose for the foundation of which it's building, right? It's like they all have a purpose in the 10 of Pentacles within the community to positively contribute. So it's like, Gemini may be taking an inventory check, doing some stock counts, counting the stock, looking inwards and counting and maybe the need to kind of look at how abundant you are, where your efforts have been able to reap reward for you, because if you are feeling a bit impatient, maybe you're just feeling like, what's the point, or that kind of energy, just know that you're more than halfway to the goal, right? Divine timing also with the 7 of Pentacles. But let's see further, guys. The High Priestess. We've got the Hermit and the High Priestess. That's a lot of inward energy. So it looks like while you're kind of chucking away, Gemini, you're working, your outward perspective is one of status quo, doing your normal day-to-day routine, taking care of things, working, whatever. But behind the scenes, so maybe when you go home from work or, maybe on your weekend, it's like this very deep, subconscious energy. So whatever spare time it looks like Geminis have, they're using to spend time with themselves and look inward. There's some things that you're trying to figure out. Okay, maybe some of my Geminis are kind of at a roadblock, not a roadblock, I would say a fork in the road. Maybe you're just at this point where there's 2 ways you could go. And I think the pressure you're putting yourself under to make a choice is causing you to look inward big time, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but I'm curious to know what it is that has you in such heavy contemplation. It almost looks like something triggered you to look inward at yourself, because it was almost like something was offered to you, or, something was presented to you and you realized your indecision was actually a bigger problem. Or maybe not a problem, but just like forced you or threw you into this deep spiral of introspection that I don't know you were anticipating when this was originally presented to you, or when you originally decided to start throwing these balls up in the air and juggling them, right? The next card out is the 10 of Wands. Okay, so feeling quite burdened. Maybe there's some pressure surrounding making a decision and having to make it very quickly, and you're feeling burdened about the pressure, and you're doing your best to look inside and really kind of determine what the best course of action is, or which pentacle you kind of want to go ahead with, but you're feeling burdened. Maybe there's other people associated with this. Maybe there's some burdens that Gemini has been living with for quite some time, and really realized that whatever dissatisfaction or stagnation was present in your life was a cause of you being kind of bogged down by some other energy that the universe might be prompting you to let go. Right? So it's under the Hermit. So needing to look inside, maybe at why you ever acquired this burden in the first place, how you're going to let go. Because at this point you seem overly invested in the burden. And now you're just kind of looking around like, how do I pick up those? But like, it's like, do I drop them all, or do I struggle to pick up those and add them back? Like it's that kind of energy, trying to really look at the burden, right? And establishing what purpose it served, how you got here. A lot of introspection, guys. In the middle of your spread is the Magician. Wow. Some of my Geminis might have manifested multiple things. Some for the old infrastructure, some for the new infrastructure you're trying to create, and then feeling maybe a bit burdened about being able to go forward in your new ideas, pursuits, infrastructure, I've been calling it, but feeling a bit burdened by the old one. So maybe old responsibilities, old way of doing things. It's almost like when you reach, a fork in the road, or you're prompted to go into a new path. It's only then that you reflect on the path that you're at and really get to see, wow, I am quite burdened by this, or this really has inhibited me in certain ways, or whatever the case is. So it just looks like a process that some of my Geminis are going through with regards to embarking on new opportunities, and how to do that, and what has to be dropped in order to fully go forward in whatever it is that you brought to yourself, whatever it is that you've manifested. Some of you realize that in order to even manifest anything, you're going to have to drop burdens, because it's like, that what it is you're asking for can't come in because you're too burdened by what it is you've embedded yourself in. Like old infrastructures were handed down to you by parents and institutions and all kinds of things, but your new infrastructure, those are the things that you manifest. I can't say that, because you can manifest old infrastructure. It's more this. The High Priestess creates a new infrastructure. That's your higher self, using your intuition to determine what is the best place to build, the best material to use to build. And the Magician brings that into life. But there seems to be, in between these two energies, is burden. So maybe Pisces, you're feeling a bit burdened about manifesting. It's like you see the vision, but you're feeling blocked about how to get it to come into real life. Maybe it's a relationship with somebody. Maybe it's a passion. Maybe you went inside and you looked in and you found out, you know what, I'm really good at doing something, or I would love to plant seeds in this area or do this. And intuitively, in a 5D perspective, you're like, yeah, I've hold on to something. And now you're getting to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to manifest it into 3D. And then boom, you become aware of all this blockages. Do not now renege or abandon what it is you are trying to manifest. Go through this, overcome this, clean this up, right? Declutter this, okay? Because there's a lot of things that you want that will have burden and blockages in between it. You have to overcome it. Do not abandon what it is your intuition is telling you to do and manifest, because there's a bit of a roadblock in there, or there's some things that you're going to have to let go that you don't even really want anyways. Right? He's holding a basket full of old masks, old versions of himself, okay, that don't serve any purpose for where he's going or what he's trying to bring in. He doesn't need them anymore. Okay? Letting go of things that Gemini no longer needs in order to have the energetic space to manifest new things that it is that Gemini wants, which is really, really beautiful. So what I'm getting is, with this Two of Pentacles, is juggling the old and juggling the new. Maybe you manifested things, and some of the things, the new opportunities you got, are actually old manifestations that are attributed to your old way of doing things. So if you wanted to work at Say, for example, you wanted to work at, a Fortune 500 company 5 years ago. That was your big goal. I want to work for a huge corporation and become middle management, at least in there, right? But now you want to start your own business, okay? You might be juggling an opportunity to start your own business, and now you've gotten a job offer from a Fortune 500 company, where before that would have been the dream in the old infrastructure. But in the new infrastructure, working for yourself or working, in a different area or for a different type of corporation that might not be on the Fortune 5, but it really falls in line with your morals, values, and where it is you want to contribute your efforts, and you're juggling that. Okay, so it's juggling the old manifestations and the new manifestations that may be coming in all at once right now. Okay, which is exciting, but know that if you are prompted with that struggle, it's because you are meant to consciously choose the new path, not just kind of stumble upon it, right? It's almost like God wants you to choose it. Be consciously aware of what it is that you're manifesting, and then consciously aware of the universe giving you the tools to create it. It's like saying, God, I want to get off of this island. I want to get off of this island. Okay? And then you go and there's a boat. And then you say, oh, cool boat. And you go sit down again. You go, okay, I want to get off of this island. I want to get off this island. Because like I give you a fucking boat. What do you want me to do? Paddle it for you too? Okay, no. The action's required, okay, to bring your manifestations about, when the universe gives you the tools. All right. Now the sixth card out is the Seven of Swords. This is the Seven of Swords. Okay. It almost looks like some of my Geminis, you need to be very weary about cutting corners when it comes to dropping these burdens. Okay. And if this is somebody else's energies that you're tapping into, you need to be very careful of them cutting corners or lying about dropping burdens, whether it's business or relationship. Somebody might be lying about the burdens they've dropped, or at the very least cutting corners. So maybe just like throwing some of these clothes on, these masks on the floor, and then like still walking with it, but not as heavy. It's like that energy. It's cutting corners. I'll be very honest, Gemini, somebody's hiding something. Somebody is hiding something. You are either hiding it from somebody or somebody's hiding it from you. Gemini, this could be you hiding, possibly manifesting a new relationship and not letting the person that you're burdened with in a relationship know that you're actually looking for an out. Maybe if you are in a living situation, you're looking for a new place but haven't told your partner, or vice versa. Maybe your partner is feeling very burdened by communicating with you that they are looking to move on. Because I do see possibly some cheating behavior here. Okay, with the High Priestess and the Magician, some manipulation, some cheating, just needing to be a bit wary of that kind of behavior there. But let's keep going. The seventh card out is the King of Cups. Yeah, this behavior I really think is just avoidance of expressing emotion. Now, for some of my Geminis, you may have manifested a partner, and they're already burdened by another commitment. They're already burdened by another commitment. Their cup is already in possession, but they might be lying to you and telling you that they have a cup to offer you, but their cup is already in use. So be careful of that. And if this is a new relationship and that is what happens, and you do find out that somebody has kind of lied about how burdened they are by responsibilities they're currently engaged in, then that is more so about you needing to look at why you manifested that energy to you. So what is it that you need to wrap up within regards to your own energy? Like being cognizant of your energy and what it is you bring to you is super important. right? And if that kind of energy is what you bring, it's more so about unavailability, okay? Regardless of the level, if they're married or in a relationship or whatever, or maybe they're not, they're just flighty. It's the common denominator is unavailability. Okay, and why you bring unavailable people to you. What about you is unavailable? All right, so I am seeing that a little bit possibly, but let's keep going. We've got the Ten of Swords. So yeah, some of my Geminis find out that somebody that they have been investing and planting seeds with is actually committed and burdened with another relationship. And this might become as a shock to you with the Seven of Swords. It might not be something that you knew. It might be something your intuition told you, but it wasn't something that necessarily was communicated to you, right? So that would then come as quite a bit of a shock. It would feel like a betrayal finding out that somebody is committed, right? Because it would most likely indicate that you had no clue. So I'm sorry, Geminis, if that is resonating with you. But the lesson is to trust your instincts because you knew something wasn't right. Now, wasn't, you know what I mean? And if your instincts are telling you that now, if it smells like shit, it probably is. So, and if you don't trust your instincts, and your instincts are telling you that somebody you're engaged with or connecting with, or you're feeling a little bit alone within a connection, it may be because that this person is also committed to someone else or burdened by the commitment of someone else. Okay, but your intuition showed you, so it could be a karmic lesson for you to just know to trust your instincts and to be mindful about where you plant seeds. Okay, because there's no point embarking in a relationship if you still end up feeling alone. Okay, there's no point. All right, and then your last card in this 9-card spread, guys, is BC. OMG, fucking amazing. I told you. Juggling the 2 of Pentacles to pick one pentacle, the pentacle that has the highest potential to get to the 10 of Pentacles. Geminis, you're in beautiful contemplation. You're really being practical. Okay, maybe this isn't energies that is to occur. It's energies, these energies burdened you. People's dark, shady ways. Maybe you felt like it was hard for you to embark in partnerships, business relationships. Maybe you wanted to branch off on your own, or you had an opportunity to branch off and partner with somebody to go on your own. And it was something you really wanted to do because you wanted to leave wherever you were at career-wise. But what's stopping you is your skepticism and paranoia with regards to other people, right? Why? Because you've been betrayed and lied to and cheated many times, whether in a personal, romantic, or professional setting. You've been betrayed and seen kind of like the worst side of people. But the universe is trying to show you that you're now better equipped to embark in the better side. Why? Because you won't be naive. Why? Because you'll be more skilled, right? You're not wet behind the ears anymore. And unfortunately, to get less wet behind the ears, you usually got to go through some shit. And it looks like it's the end of that. This is the ending of a long-term relationship, period, point blank. Some of my Geminis will be wrapping up a very long-term relationship that has burdened them for quite some time. That is going to open them up. You're now emotionally, for my Geminis that are leaving a really long-term relationship, know that you are now way more emotionally mature. So giving out your cup this time around is going to be a lot more fun. Because it looks like this ending has been in the making for a while. With the Hermit as the first card, you were already reflecting on this, reflecting on the seeds you had planted, looking at how burdened you'd feel, and kind of looking at your own emotional growth from when you started this relationship to now, right? Manifesting set, like I said, this is already in the works, because Gemini, for those that are leaving a long-term relationship, you're already manifesting something new, but you are being prompted to be very careful about manifesting the same old. Therefore, whatever it is that you are dropping, you need to find out, you need to reflect back and realize how you manifested that in the first place, because then you cannot adjust your manifestation process in order to manifest something different. So reflect on how, and take the power back and acknowledge how you bring things to you with your own abilities, your own thoughts, okay, your own actions, how you manifest things. Take ownership of that process, and then you can manifest better shit. But kind of relinquishing it to God and the universe, when God and the universe half the time is telling me, like, bitch, what do you want? Like, you tell us, like, we sent you there to live an experience and support you, and you keep looking at us, right? So it's like, no, you're now taking a lot of my Geminis are, or at least by July, are really going to hone in on this manifestation process, how it works, taking full ownership and accountability of what you have manifested to your life before. Some of that might hurt you. It might hurt you to know that you brought that onto yourself. Don't go and beat yourself up now about it. Go, oh shit, I'm pretty fucking powerful, for good or for bad. Let me now look at my manifestation plan, process, whatever, revamp it, and let's manifest something better. Let's control that. Honing in on that skill, guys, really, really good. And then tethering that with your intuition to know what is best to manifest. Know that these two work hand in hand. They come up with the best plans. They come up with the best plans. She will come up with it, translate it to him in the 5D. He'll bring it down into the 3D. Okay? That's also a divine pair to me as well. The High Priestess and the Magician. Even the High Priestess and the Hermit, to be honest. But yeah, really good energies. And for some of my Geminis that are single, it is the end of singlehood. And it could be singlehood for a long time. And if you have been single for a long time, it was probably because you were looking for a spiritual connection that you just couldn't find, right? And and it was almost this energy of, I'd rather be alone. Okay. And a lot of you have been alone. All right. And I totally understand that. But it looks like you have been manifesting a more spiritual partnership, which looks like is going to come into you. And really what you're juggling here is this person that I've manifested, or this opportunity that I've manifested to me, is it going to end in this? Does it have this potential or this potential? You're juggling that. You're trying to figure out which pentacle leads you here, not here. And I'm telling you guys, your intuition is going to answer that for you. Okay? All right. I'm obsessed with this deck. It's so pretty. But yeah, to get the 10 of Pentacles, after the 10, it's like it's the end of a dark time and the beginning of a more abundant time. Okay? And this is if you've really been through the ringer. You've been through the 1 to 10. This is the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. So don't come to me talking about the 10 of Pentacles if you're only at like the 7. No. This is the end of a cycle and then the beginning of a new cycle. Okay? And that is, all that's doing is seconding this overall energy, because you want this and you want to make sure whatever you embark in, whatever opportunity that you decide to utilize, capitalize, or invest in is going to bring you to the 10, because you've had enough of this. All right? But do not let this stop you and paralyze you from, stop you. Don't let this make you keep juggling these in the air forever. Those 2s are unsustainable. The 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles are unsustainable. You can't do that forever. Right? But this kind of shit will make you try. Because out of straight fear. This is over, if you want it to be. At least that's what it looks like in this message. You know, that there's an end of a cycle here and a total opportunity to embark in a new. All right. And then under the 2 of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords. So we've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. We've got your energy quite a bit with the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Swords. But we've got a lot of earth energy, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The only thing we don't have right now is, no, we have wands. We've got the 10 of wands. The magician is, I believe, Aries and Aquarius energy. So yeah, that's what we've got on the board horoscope-wise. But yeah, the Knight of Swords, it's fast-moving communication. So I think that some of my Geminis are being pressured to communicate really quickly what it is you want to do. Which way are you trying to go? What is it you want to do? Shit or get off the pot type energy. And this could be the pressure you're putting on yourself to come to this conclusion, or this could be external. I'm not sure. But it looks like you're getting a bit of pressure to communicate a decision and to take action about what it is that you do want to go, how it is you do want to proceed forward, or what with. Okay. Let's now use the... Sorry, I'm trying here, take a break. Overall, really good reading, guys. Let's see. Let's get clarification. These cards they're just so new. They don't have like any. They're so shiny. They like fly. Can I get clarification on the Hermit, the Seven of Pentacles, and the High Priestess? Just relax yourself, Thor. Nobody called you. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels for this beautiful spread for Geminis. Can you please clarify these messages here, starting with the Hermit? We've got the 10 of Cups. So we've got 3 10s, guys. This is the completion of a cycle, but it's like the completion of a... what prompted... So for some of my Geminis, what prompted this Hermit mode could have been a breakup. Or could have been just extreme unhappiness, and a breakup that causes extreme unhappiness, or just sitting in that level of unhappiness will prompt you to go into the Hermit mode, just because this is unsustainable. This level of sadness is unsustainable, so it'll force you to look inward. Okay, that's why we need to be more accepting of our own emotions. Why? Because they're prompting us to do things, like figure things out. Okay, not torture us, right? So this then pushes us here. So this pushes us here, this pushes us here, all to end up here, okay, which is what the Hermit will try to figure out how to do, all right? Some of my Geminis went into Hermit mode due to a breakup, or this extreme unhappiness. Maybe you didn't break up, but this unhappiness in a partnership or by yourself prompted you to plant roots elsewhere. If it was a career, this level of unhappiness on a day-to-day prompted you to plant roots elsewhere. At least start looking for work elsewhere, applying. You know, if it was another relationship, maybe before ending it, you already started to date, looking for that emotional gratification, which I don't, suggest, because that can get messy. But from an emotional perspective, I understand why people do that. It's weak, but it's a process of learning how to cope better. Right? But yeah, it looks like some sadness prompted Geminis to go into Hermit mode in the first place, figure out a way to plant roots. And then while you were doing that, it was like you did manifest opportunities. Now it's a deciding of where you are going to invest those efforts, right? So, okay, that's good. Laura, stop. Go lay down. Go lay down. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. It's another dog. She's about to go out the window. She ripped all the screens off of my windows. She's crazy. Anyway. Carrying on. I want to clarify this High Priestess here. What's in the shadows? The Star. Aquarius energy, but this is more... the happiness, it's the happiness. It's tethered to this 10 of Cups in reverse. The sorrow that prompted you to go in the Hermit mode, whatever prompted you to go in the Hermit mode to begin with, and prompt you to look at planting seeds elsewhere. It was like your intuition uncovered the lack of fulfillment that you were living with. It made you aware of this to begin with. Maybe you weren't. It was like some of my Geminis were totally like triggered into like a really deep look, see, and purge in yourself. Whatever triggered you to do it, just know that it was divine. It was on purpose. Okay, you needed that trigger in order to even be in the mindset for this level of this kind of healing. This is deep level healing, okay, of the subconscious, and then how that relates to the conscious, right? But yeah, healing that needs to be done. Maybe your intuition told you like, okay, I can't go forward with this level of like depression. I'm going to need to do something. And with the star, it looks like a lot of my Geminis did take steps in order to really like figure out how to come out of this depression possibly, or whatever it was that, yeah, it was something hurt you, there was something that happened with that 10 of Cups there in reverse that prompted the hermit mode to go in feeling alone, Page of Cups, wanting a new emotional. So yeah, it looks like maybe a friendship, a partnership, or some kind of passion, emotional, that you were emotionally invested in, died, ended, was broken, and it prompted you to look inward. And when you look inward, it was like, I need to start over. To me, this is like starting over, right? Emotionally, with whatever it was that fulfilled you, that stopped suddenly fulfilling you. Maybe not sudden, maybe it was sudden, I don't know. But again, it's like with this, it's starting over. It's planting new seeds. That's what I'm getting. This is like starting new, having to plant new seeds. And that was a part of, and just you doing that is a part of this healing and wish fulfillment, But I think you were more looking at it as healing. I don't even know if you were looking at it. I don't know. There's lots of ways to look at it, guys. Okay, this 10 of Wands, this Magician, and this 7 of Swords. Father God, Holy Spirit, and Ancestors, please clarify. Thank you. Okay, oops, that's too much. But that definitely wanted to show. It's the Ace of Cups. We got the 7 of Swords again, clarifying the 7 of Swords. It's almost like some of my Geminis are burdened with the lies that they keep receiving, the lies that they're telling themselves, the lies that they then inherently tell people, and they don't have to be sinister lies. It could be the lies of, how are you doing today? And every day you have to say, I'm doing great. And you're being burdened by the simple fact that you are lying to yourself and other people about feeling is good, about feeling good when you don't. Okay, that could be burdensome. Right? It's not being honest. And the lack of honesty is burdening somebody, either you or somebody else, Gemini. Maybe you're feeling burdened by the lack of honesty somebody else is giving you. And it's like, I can't. Like, this is just, this is such a burden just trying to do anything with you. Right? Then we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. This behavior is I'm gaining the idea that somebody's a bit confused. Like this depression, it's like when you go through things, breakups, emotional hardship, guys, it's like, don't start getting all confused or afraid about options because you just assume they're all going to go to shit. Or that this wheel won't turn, so it doesn't even matter. It absolutely does matter. Okay? Like, you're still manifesting here. You're still in the game. Okay? There's still a lot to be had. All right? Around you. There is completing of cycles and the beginning of new ones. So, if with the 10 of Cups isn't even my favorite 10. The 10 of Pentacles is the best. This isn't just love and emotions. This is like these are facts. This love you can show tangibly. Okay, this is love you can see. Not that it's superficial, not that it's materialistic, but you can see the love and how these people build together. Okay, not just how they relate emotionally. Okay, because it looks like some of my Geminis do want a new emotional beginning. Okay, and are trying to find that. Some of my Geminis are waiting for an apology from a Virgo, or yeah, from a Virgo, or just waiting for an apology of some kind. Or maybe some of my Geminis have to give an apology to someone with where there's been a break. There's like, you broke up, whether it's a friend or a partner or whatever the case is, family member. But the Ten of Pentacles, that's community. That's partnership. That's family. That's the whole shebang, right? And I don't even think you knew when you decided to plant roots somewhere else that you were really going to get this, and as quick as you were going to get it. Because what you didn't know is you've been actually planting these seeds the whole time. And when society was telling you you were failing, you were actually growing. Okay? This is really, really good energy. I don't know. I hope this makes sense, guys. I hope this is translating to you guys. I feel like connecting with these air signs, it's been difficult because you guys are very... Your minds are all over the place. There's a lot energetically that you are dealing with these cycles ending and completing. You're feeling burdened by the end of old cycles and super, scared and excited about the new ones. It's like a lot. So reading for you guys is a bit like trying to download them accurately. Okay, can I get clarification on this King of Cups, this Ten of Swords, and this Ten of Pentacles? Please. Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords. You have done the healing. Okay? This 10, it's the completing of a cycle. Why? Because you've experienced it, you've healed from it, you've reflected on it, and you're ready to now move on from it. Okay? Please understand the level of emotional maturity you've gained. You're less naive, you're less vulnerable, you're better equipped. You're going to enjoy this Ten of Pentacles a lot more. The material abundance and sustenance that you bring into yourself is going to feel better at this level, at this high level. Okay? For my single Geminis, you've been manifesting a hubby. You've been manifesting a partner that you can build in, because whatever it was you had to walk away from, okay, and walk away from whatever you planted, it really hurt you. Because you believed that you had the Ten of Pentacles, but really there was only maybe the potential for the Ten of Cups. And I'm not saying this 10 is any less, but in this reading, it's not as tangible. It's more of a feeling. It's an idea. It's a picture. Where with this here, these are facts. This kind of partnership, you can see it. You can see it and know it's real. All right. All right. Starting new, like I said, when you started new, you didn't even know that you were leveling up to experience a more sustenance, a more robust kind of partnership, more multi-dimensional union, whether business, partner, romantic. If it's friends and family, there's a bigger sense of community instead of just an emotional bond or a nostalgic bond. It then becomes more practical and mutually benefiting here in the 3D. Okay. Needing to really reflect on, like I said, the good and the bad that you manifest to you. Because you're not going to gain any power unless you really know how powerful you are, that you brought that to you, that you brought that to you. You brought all that shit to you. And instead of not taking accountability because you're too afraid to admit to yourself that you actually brought that in, admit that you brought that in and say, holy fuck, I really know how to do some shit. So I can control this exposure a little more than I think. Okay. You know, and that's like, okay, has the worst already happened? It's like, whatever you can control of that, do. Because the universe will send you a bunch of shit you can't control for good and for bad. So whatever you can control, why don't you do that? 10 of Pentacles, we have it again. It's in reverse, but it's only because I think some of my Geminis, maybe if you're really close, if you're still in this hermit mode, you don't believe it's true. You know, some of you, like I said, with the overall energy, there is this fear of whether or not what it is you're now going to invest in is going to bring you the 10 of Pentacles or not. You know, that stability and fulfillment you've always wanted, right? Because everybody takes the Ace of Pentacles or offers it with the hope that, or the potential of it being the 10. And with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, that's what you're juggling. And you end your spread with the 10 of Pentacles, which tells me that Gemini, you have all the faculties, the experience, the knowledge, and the intuition to make the best decision, to go about your path, to pick the opportunity that is best for you. You know intuitively and logically which opportunity is most likely to get you to the 10. If it's 2 people, you have enough experience with both of these people to know which one will most likely give you the commitment and lifestyle that it is that you see for yourself. Empathically, you know is right. You know, guys, start looking at these unions and these partnerships as, who am I going to do my mission work with? Because a lot of these people talk about divine feminines and divine masculines, and neither of them are neither. Divine masculines and divine feminines, yeah, they're interested in romance, yeah, they're interested in sex and all that good shit, but they have missions, yo. These are mission-driven fucking people. That's what makes them divine, because their missions are in the name of God and divinely guided. Divine feminines, divine masculines, you karmic, the twin flame, fuck all that. Half of you don't have twin flames because you don't even fucking... What's the mission? What's the mission? God will give you all the abundance that you need to execute that mission, should you choose to. He'll give you all the abundance and comfort you need to do what you're told. Don't worry about partners, man. And if you do, just yearn the partner that's going to help you do your work, who's just as passionate about it, about increasing the vibration of this planet. Because it really is going to piss. Or at least that's how it would look. Right? It's not really going to piss, man. But anyways, I'm not going to go on that long rant. Anyways, Geminis. Hold on one second. Okay, I gotta wrap this up, guys. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. Looks like you guys finally take action. With the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, you finally take really quick action. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm going to wrap up your reading. We'll pull some romance angel cards and then I'll wrap it up. I didn't do mid-months for you guys, so I'm doing mid-months now, which is super cool. I think I did it for water and fire last month, so if I get all the monthlies out, I will definitely do mid-monthlies for air and the other sign, or the other elements. Okay, let's see what you guys have romantically going on. Codependency. Yeah, this is, like I said, you have to find out how you got burdened like this in the first place if you want to avoid perpetuating this cycle. You know, really being cognizant before you move to another space or do something different. Find out how you got to where you are. Be more in control of your experience, what it is you manifest to you for good or for bad. Like I said, once you do that, once you take accountability of what you bring to you, instead of crying about it and beating yourself up, you'll really see how powerful you are and how connected to the divine you are. So be careful what you ask for. That's why they say that. All right? Figure out how you got to this place of burden in the first place. All right? It's important. And then...
What I found online.
Sorry, Bixby's talking like she's not Siri. Anyways, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You bet your ass they are. Whatever those feelings are. They're real and worth exploring. Whether they're passions, creative endeavors, feelings towards people, hurt feelings. If you're if you're dealing with a lot of anger issues, please know that's a symptom of pain. Okay? Yes, this is romantic feelings, but these are feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. It actually, as a matter of fact, you're expected to explore them. You should know the origin. You should know it's not enough to say, I feel a way. It's why do you feel that way? Who makes you feel that way? What circumstances have you created in your life that perpetuate these feelings? Now, with regards to romance, yeah, there's some romantic feelings here. That's great. Well, you should have romantic feelings with the person you're building the Ten of Pentacles with. Okay, because some of you are definitely going into a new committed relationship after possibly being in hermit mode, after a breakup of some kind, or after just a time of emotional unfulfillment. And it was your decision to start over again that prompted this change, this purging, this metamorphosis. It allowed you to manifest something new. All right? And like I said, I don't think you had any idea when you decided to start over, okay, that it was going to lead you to this. Please continue to have faith with the star, because your faith might be questioned or doubted with it in reverse here. You need to maintain faith that this is exactly where you're headed. All right? And then lastly, love yourself first and honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Guys, this is just for those of you that are single. You're going to embark in a new beginning romantically with somebody that has the potential to be not just emotionally fulfilling, but abundant. Materially, you can build abundance with this person. You can do mission work with this person in the 3D, right? So anyways, love yourself first, guys. Honeymoon, enjoy the holiday time. It's your holiday time. It's your birthday season. I told you guys, enjoy your holiday birthday season a little bit, especially when you're doing all this work, especially if you've been in hermit mode and spending time alone. It's important that you guys, spend some time with friends, enjoy, you know what I mean? Lighten up a little bit, okay? And if you do have somebody special in your life, spend some time with them first. Spend some time with them, right? Explore your romantic feelings that you have with the people you do have romantic feelings with. Okay? And those feelings will either get stronger or they'll disappear. But honoring them are important. Why? Because you're a human being. Okay? Anyways, guys, that's your reading. I gotta go. I have these strangers in my home, so I need to go. And I love you guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And until the next time I see you, continue to let your inner angels live. Bye.